Here's innovation from Goyle that takes you further. New Goyle Super Synthetic 5W20 and 5W30 lubes have been expertly crafted with the latest in liquid engineering technology, highly advanced for modern engines, prolongs oil change intervals, save you fuel, clean, protect and enhance engine performance. The way engines work has become complex, and Goyle has innovated to stay ahead with expertly crafted lubricants that work excellently with all petrol and diesel engines of today. New Goyle Super Synthetic 5W20 and 5W30 lubes. Innovation that takes you further. Goyle. Good energy.
You're most welcome to a new era of banking at GCB Bank, where there are no long queues at the bank. Because you can enjoy swift access to your account anywhere, anytime with GCB e-banking solutions. Experience a world where you have financial convenience from a bank with integrity. A world where you can focus on your business and trust us to provide you with limitless business banking solutions that will take you to new heights. When you need a loan, sooner is better than later. So we give it to you in 24 hours to make sure the experience is memorable. Whatever you need, sir, we have an exceptional team of diverse professionals ready to serve you with a smile. Trust us with your money. We are bigger, better, safe, and ready to take you places beyond banking.
GCB Bank, your bank for life.
There's always that one individual so selfless and caring. The world still has caring people. Getting unexpected help is a joy for us. That's why at Prudential Life, we've introduced Ultimate, the no-lapse guarantee on your Premier and Classic farewell plans. The biggest challenge for most clients having a funeral policy is the fact that when they are unable to pay premiums due to financial challenges, the policies elapse and the full benefit falls off. We have introduced the no-lapse guarantee on our funeral plans. This ensures that you don't lose your full benefit during challenging financial moments. Prudential. Always listening, always understanding.
They are still there. They don't want to go. The 2019 edition of the National Science and Math Quiz. This is the 8th 1A stage contest, and it features New Juaben Senior High School. Armed Forces Senior High Technical School. Ghana Senior High School, Tamale. Let's meet the contestants. Ghana Senior High School, Tamale. Ghana Senior High School Tamale is represented by
Baba Yusuf Bertung, final year. Ibrahim Abdulaziz, final year.
You're welcome, gentlemen.
Thank you, madam.
How are you?
We are doing good.
All right. You are coming to us from the prelims.
Yes, please.
What happened there?
Back at the prelims, we met with Akwamumai Senior High and then Drobo Senior High. Though we didn't emerge as the winners, but we're part of the 18 highest losing scoring schools. So that's why we're here.
All right. And this contest, what are we to expect?
Well, we hope to give off our best, hoping that the favors of Allah will be on us.
All right. Best wishes to you then.
Thank you, madam.
New Juaben Senior High School. New Juaben Senior High School is represented by
Makati Comfort final year.
Opportunity means it's final year.
You're welcome, ladies.
Thank you, madam.
How are you?
We are
fine,
good.
thank you.
Is your school always like this? So much enthusiasm, so much. It's always like that.
Yes, madam.
I see. And it's a mixed school, isn't it?
Yes, madam.
I usually commend the mixed schools that field ladies. Well done, New Juaben. You are Cedar School.
Yes,
What did the seniors tell you?
They told us the competition is tough, although but we should put in our maximum best.
All right. So how have you been preparing?
We've been learning and preparing towards this 1/8 stage of the competition.
Okay, and expectations for today's contest?
An excellent performance.
Excellent. All right. Best wishes to you both.
Thank you, madam.
Armed Forces Senior High Technical School. Armed Forces Senior High Technical School is represented by
Dear Oscar, final year.
Dede Augustina, final year.
You're welcome, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you.
How are you?
We are all doing great.
You're doing well.
Yes.
Excellent. Now, a little bit about your school. You are also a mixed school.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. And you fielded a lady. Congratulations to you as well. All right. So a little bit more. What happens at the Armed Forces Senior High Technical School? You are not handling weapons or anything, are you?
Oh, no.
No.
It's just
Okay. All right. So a little bit about your school.
Armed Forces is a mixed school which was established in the year 1991, and our motto is service with humility.
Service with humility. Okay, that's nice. And this time you are coming from the prelims.
Yeah.
What happened there?
At the prelims, we met Boma SHS and Nifa SHS, and then we emerged as the first school. That's why we came here.
All right. Well done so far.
Thank you.
All right. Today's contest, what to expect?
You should expect nothing but the best.
Nothing but the best. Best wishes to you then.
Thank you.
Viewers, we've met the contestants. They are promising the best, excellence, all the things I like. But before I sit down, I'd like to acknowledge our sponsors. The National Science and Math Quiz is sponsored by the Ghana Education Service with support from GOIL, Prudential Life Insurance Ghana, GCB Bank, Vimto, Academic City College, Adansi Travels, Kenya Airways, Accra College of Medicine, Medifem Multi-Specialist Hospital and Fertility Center, GTP, FH Aachen University of Applied Sciences, and InterVarsity. Our media partners are Joy News, Joy FM, My Joy Online, and YFM. Yes, it is indeed. My name is Elsie Kaufman, and I am honored to be your quiz mistress. Thank you. Let me pick you. Contestants, the contest as always comes to you in 5 rounds. The first round is the round for fundamental concepts. The questions are simple and direct. I'm expecting simple and direct answers from you. If you answer your major question correctly, 3 points. If the question is incorrectly answered, it becomes available to the 2 other schools. A school may ring and attempt an answer. If right, a bonus point. If it's incorrect, there's a penalty, 1 point. For questions that require calculations, you have 30 seconds to present your answer. If there are no calculations involved, you have 10 seconds to do so. All of the questions, all of them, are to be attempted once only. Best wishes to all three schools. The first set of questions will require 30 seconds of your time, after which I will come to you, Ghana Senior High School, Tamale. But there's a preamble first. Preamble to all schools. Preamble. Given that I squared is equal to -1, simplify. Did you get your preamble? Great. So Ghana Senior High School, I raised to the power 6. Yes, Yusuf.
-1.
You're right. Armed Forces, with the same preamble, I raised to the power 15. Which of you did they?
-I.
Yes. New Juaben, with the same preamble, I raised to the power 12. McCarthy.
1.
Yes. The next set will also require 30 seconds of your time, and I have a preamble to all schools. Preamble. A wind turbine pumps water from a ground-level pool into a cistern of cross-sectional area 5.0 meters squared, whose inlet is 8.5 meters above ground. Did you get your preamble? Once again. A wind turbine pumps water from a ground-level pool into a cistern of cross-sectional area 5.0 meters squared, whose inlet is 8.5 meters above ground. So, Ghana Senior High School, determine the minimum amount of wind energy that must be harvested to fill the cistern to a depth of 0.2 meters. Yusuf.
8.5 joules.
That's incorrect. For a bonus. The right answer is 85 kilojoules. With the same preamble, Armed Forces, determine the minimum amount of wind energy that must be harvested to fill the cistern to a depth of 1.2 meters. Did they?
510 kilojoules.
Yes. Speak with confidence. New Juaben, with the same preamble. Determine the maximum depth of water in the cistern that can be obtained when 340 kilojoules of wind energy is harvested. Yes, McCarthy.
Now we have 2.4 meters.
That's incorrect. For a bonus. The right answer is 0.8 meters. Next set, 10 seconds, and I have a preamble to all schools. Preamble. Distinguish between atlas and axis vertebrae with respect to the following. Did you get your preamble? No response means yes. Ghana Senior High. Position in the vertebral column. Yes, Joseph.
The atlas lie above the axis, which means the axis is below and then the atlas is above it in the vertebral column.
I'll give you 2 out of 3. The atlas is the first cervical vertebra, while the axis is the second. Sure, it's above it, but specifics. Function. Dede.
The atlas helps in the nodding of the head, while the axis helps in the turning of the head.
Two out of 3. The atlas holds the head upright, and the axis allows the head to turn from side to side, as you were doing. New Juaben, with the same preamble, superior and inferior articular discs. McCarthy.
The atlas has superior articular disc, and the axis has an inferior articular disc.
No. Okay, so the atlas lacks both superior and inferior articular discs. Not at all, they don't have. And the axis has both. Not that one has one and one. No, that's not it. All right, next set, 10 seconds. How many elements are in group 0 of the periodic table? Yes, Yusuf?
6.
You're right. Which period of the periodic table would an element with the valence configuration of 7s2, 6d4 belong? Dede?
Period 6.
That's incorrect. The right answer is period 7. New Juaben. Lead is the 5th member of group 4 or 14 of the periodic table. Give its valence shell configuration. For a bonus. The right answer is 6s2, 6p2. Next set, 30 seconds with a preamble to all schools. Preamble to all schools. Find a polynomial function f of x of degree 3 with integer coefficients with the given numbers as its zeros. Shall I repeat? Find the polynomial function f of x of degree 3 with integer coefficients with the given numbers as its ratios. As its zeros, sorry. So when I get to you, I'll give you the zeros. Give me the function f of x of degree 3 with integer coefficients. All right. So Ghana Senior High School, your zeros are 1, -2, and 3. Yes, Abdulaziz?
And we have x cubed minus 2x squared minus 5x plus 6.
You're right. Armed forces with the same preamble. Your zeros are 2, -3, and 5. Yes, the day.
The function f of x is s cubed minus 4s squared minus 6x plus 30.
That's incorrect. Yes, Yusuf.
Hold on, please. It's s cubed minus 4x squared minus 11x plus 30.
That's right. New Juaben with the same preamble. Your zeros are -5, 3, -1. Yes, McCarthy?
Madam, x cubed plus 3x squared minus 13x minus 15.
Yes. By the way, there's a much easier way of presenting these answers, isn't there? And without having to do that whole expansion. If you are giving the zeros, you simply tell me that f of x. So for example, if the zeros are 1, -2, and 3, then f of x is equal to the expression x minus 1 multiplied by the expression x plus 2 multiplied by the expression x minus 3. That would have been fine, and I would have accepted that. That's good education for those of you making noise there. Next set, 30 seconds with a preamble to all schools. Preamble. A gas of non-interacting particles is made up of particles of mass 2.4 times 10 raised to the power -26 kilogram. Did you get your preamble? Okay, good. Ghana Senior High School, find the root mean square speed of the particles when the temperature of the gas is 800 Kelvin. for a bonus. The right answer is 1.2 times 10 raised to the power 3 meters per second. With the same preamble, armed forces. Find the root mean square speed of the particles when the temperature of the gas is 3,200 Kelvin. Did they? Go ahead.
4.8 times 10 to the power 3 meters per second.
That's incorrect. For a bonus. The right answer is 2.3 times 10 raised to the power 3 meters per second. New Juaben, with the same preamble. Find the root mean square speed of the particles when the temperature of the gas is 200 Kelvin. Yes, McCarthy.
3.0 times 10 to the 5 meters per second.
That's incorrect. For bonus. Yes, which of you, please? Dede.
0.3 times 10 to the power 3 meters per second.
No. The right answer is 5.9 times 10 raised to the power 2 meters per second. Next set, 10 seconds with a preamble to all schools. Preamble to all schools. Name the group of invertebrates to which the following organisms belong. That means I will give you a group of organisms when I get to your school. Please name the group of invertebrates to which the following organisms belong. That is the preamble. All right, so Ghana Senior High, Tamale, your set: snails, octopus, squid, clams. Yes, Yusuf.
Class mollusca.
I'll give you 2. Because I didn't ask for class. All right, I'll come back to you later. Armed forces with the same preamble: starfish, sea urchins, sea cucumbers. Dede?
Echinoderms.
Yes. With the same preamble. Insects, spiders, crustaceans such as shrimp, crabs, lobsters. Yes, Ufosuhine.
Arthropods.
Yes. So Ghana Senior High School, what was yours?
Mollusks.
Yes, mollusks. Last set. 30 seconds with a preamble to all schools. Preamble. Electrochemical reactions can be used to explain the corrosion of metals, which is the reaction of the metal with water containing dissolved oxygen. Please, did you get your preamble? Again, electrochemical reactions can be used to explain the corrosion of metals, which is the reaction of the metal with water containing dissolved oxygen. All right, so now Ghana Senior High. Explain with an appropriate half-cell reaction why galvanized iron sheets do not rust readily. Yes, Yusuf.
Madam, please. Galvanized iron sheets do not rust because when it is galvanized, a layer of zinc is being used as a protection over it. And when the half-cell reaction that will take place is because the zinc is below hydrogen in the electrochemical series, it does not rust. So the half-cell equation that will take place is zinc slash zinc 2 plus.
I'll give you one. Yes. The part I'm giving you the mark for is the fact that the galvanized means the iron sheet is coated with a layer of zinc. That's true. Okay, so it's the zinc that undergoes oxidation because it has a higher electrode potential. The half-cell reaction is zinc minus 2 electrons going to zinc 2 plus. Armed forces, give the balanced equation representing the reaction at the cathode in the process of rusting of iron. Dede, go ahead.
Okay, the cathodic reaction is Fe2 plus 2 moles of electron going into Fe.
That's incorrect for bonus. Yes, Ofosuhine.
Okay, we have 2 moles of H2O liquid plus 2 moles of O2 gas plus 4 electrons going into 4 OH minus.
No. In your balancing, you have a problem with the balance, right? So it's O2 plus 2H2O plus 4 electrons going to 4 OH minus, not 2O2, right? Okay. Your major question with the same preamble. And the last question of the round. Give the formula of the substance that constitutes the rust of iron and explain how it is formed. Yes, Ofosuhine.
We have the formula to be F2O3.XH2O, and it is formed when 2Fe2 plus from the anodic reaction reacts with more oxygen to form the Fe2O3.XH2O.
No. The compound, right? The compound, you didn't take your time to say, you are telling me F2. There's nothing like F2 in it. It's Fe2O3.H2O or Fe2O3.3H2O. That's a compound. Now the explanation. The Fe2 plus formed at the anode and the OH minus that is formed at the cathode from the previous question, right? They come together to form FeOH2, which then forms FeO. The FeO gets oxidized to give Fe2O3, which becomes hydrated. And that is how you wind up with the Fe2O3.XH2O, where X is either 1 or 3, as I've already mentioned. You see how it goes? All right. That's the end of the first round. At the end of the first round, New Juaben Senior High School has 8 points. Armed Forces Senior High Technical School has 10 points. Ghana Senior High School Tamale has 15 points. We have a long way to go. 4 more rounds. Round 2 is also known as a speed race. The questions in the round are directed to all 3 schools simultaneously. For an opportunity to answer a question, you must ring for it. May I hear your bell, Armed Forces? Thank you. Yours, New Juaben. Thank you. And yours, Ghana Senior High. Thank you. When you ring, your answer must be ready. I won't wait for you to compose your answer after you have rung. For questions requiring calculations, you have a maximum of 30 seconds to present your answer. For questions that don't require calculations, you have a maximum of 10 seconds. If you ring and answer your question correctly on the first attempt, 3 points. On the second attempt, 2 points. On the third attempt, 1 point. But be very careful, because if you attempt a question and you are unsuccessful, you lose a precious point. Best wishes, everyone. First set of questions, 30 seconds each. First one. Evaluate the limit. Limit as x approaches -4 of the expression x squared minus 16 all over the expression x plus 4. Which of you? Yusuf.
Madam, you have the answer to be -8.
Yes. Next one. Find an equation of variation if y varies jointly as x and z, and y is equal to 112 when x is equal to 7 and z is equal to 8. Yes, Oscar?
Y is equal to 2xz.
You're right. Next one. Evaluate. 0.095 divided by 10 raised to the power -2. Which of you? Oscar. Go.
0.95.
That's incorrect. Who rang next? Yes, Ofosuhine.
9.5.
Yes. Next set, 30 seconds each. A car is to negotiate a curve of radius 200 meters at 20 meters per second. Find the angle at which the curve must be banked so that friction is not needed for the car to successfully make the turn. McCarthy.
45 degrees.
That's incorrect. The right answer is 11 degrees. Next one. A potential divider is made up of a 75 ohm resistor in series with a 125 ohm resistor. Find the potential difference across the 75 ohm resistor when the potential difference of 12 volts is applied across the divider. Yes, which of you? Yes, Dede.
4.5 volts.
Yes. Next one. A pipe closed at one end has a fundamental note frequency of 27 Hz in carbon dioxide, in which the speed of sound is 270 meters per second. Find the length of the pipe, ignoring end corrections. Which of you, please? Oscar.
0.05 meters.
That's incorrect. Who was next? Yes, McCarthy.
2.5 meters.
2.5 meters. Next question, 10 seconds. How do saprophytic fungi acquire nutrients? Which of you? Yusuf.
The saprophytic fungi, they secrete enzymes through their rhizomes onto the substrate. Then the enzymes digest the food. Then they absorb. And then the saprophytic fungi, it secrete the enzymes on the substrate. And then the enzyme digest the substrate. And then the nutrients are then absorbed.
Next question, 10 seconds. On which mitochondrial structures are Christi found? Dede?
The matrix.
I'm not accepting that. The inner membrane. Next one. Okay, I'll give you 30 seconds. 30 seconds for this next one. An adult organism has 40 chromosomes, or 20 homologous chromosomes. 20 are maternally derived, 20 are paternally derived. How many chromosomes are in each cell after? Yes.
40 chromosomes.
Yes. Last set of questions, 30 seconds each. First one. If a metal fluoride, MF2, has the solubility product KSP of 3.20 times 10 raised to the power negative 11 at 30 degrees Celsius, calculate its solubility. Yes, Oscar.
2.0 times 10 to the power negative 5 mole per dm cube.
That's incorrect. Yes, McCarthy.
Now we have 4.0 times 10 to the negative 6 mole per dm cube.
That's incorrect. So I'll continue reading. Solubility in mole per decimeter cubed at 30 degrees Celsius. Oh dear. Okay, Penny, for this is your chance. Eh? Unnecessary noise. They didn't want calculation back. The right answer. The right answer is 2.00. The right answer is 2.00 times 10 raised to the power negative 4 mole per decimeter cubed. 30 seconds for the next one. If the solubility of MF2 is 2.00 times 10 raised to the power negative 4 mole per decimeter cubed, calculate the mass of the salt that can be recovered from 10.0 decimeter cubed of its saturated solution. Atomic mass for M is 42.0. That for F is 19.0. Which of you? Dede?
Okay, the mass is 1.60 times 10 to the power negative 4 grams.
Negative
4 grams.
That's incorrect. Yes, which of you, please? McCarthy.
Then we have 0.122 grams.
That's incorrect. The right answer is 0.160 grams. Last one. The concentration of the saturated solution of MF2 is 2.00 times 10 raised to the power negative 4 mole per decimeter cubed at 30 degrees Celsius. Determine the fluoride concentration in ppm at 30 degrees Celsius. Atomic mass for M is 42.0, for F it's 19.0. The right answer is 7.60 parts per million. And that's the end of the second round. At the end of the second round, New Juaben Senior High School has 9 points. Armed Forces Senior High Technical School has 11 points. Ghana Senior High School Tamale has 24 points. We are at the top of the third round. This round has a problem of the day. Also at stake in this round is the Prudential Life Insurance Nsmq star. What does this mean? It means any school that earns a perfect score in this round, the perfect score is 10 points. In this round, gets a star, and the star is associated with 600 Ghana cedis for each team member, meaning for each of the 3 students in the team and 1 teacher. That makes a total of 2,400 Ghana cedis. Something to work for, right? Good. So this is what is at stake, the Prudential Life Insurance and Nsmq star. Thank you very much, Prudential Life Insurance. All right, so the problem of the day is a single question to all 3 schools. From the time I ask you to begin, you have 3 minutes to present a single answer from your school. The problem of the day, as I have already said, is worth 10 points. Let's turn over our sheets and read the problem of the day together. Problem of the day. A hot water dispenser has a 600-watt heater immersed in a reservoir of volume 0.050 meter cubed. In operation, cold water enters the reservoir near its bottom, and hot water flows out near its top. The reservoir, which is insulated and has a heat capacity of 0.90 kilojoule per Kelvin, is always full of water. the specific heat capacity of water is 4.20 kilojoule per kilogram Kelvin. And the average density of water over the operating temperature range of the dispenser is 1,000 kilogram per meter cubed. A. Find the time required to heat water in the reservoir from an initial reservoir temperature of 20 degrees Celsius to a dispensing temperature of 40 degrees Celsius, assuming the heat capacity of the heater is negligible. B. Find the volume rate at which 40 degrees Celsius water can be continuously dispensed without a temperature reduction at the outlet if the inlet temperature is maintained at 20 degrees Celsius. Contestants, this is your problem of the day. You may now begin.
There's always that one individual so selfless and caring. The world still has caring people. Getting unexpected help is a joy for us. That's why at Prudential Life, we've introduced Ultimate, the no-lapse guarantee on your Premier and Classic farewell plans. The biggest challenge for most clients having a funeral policy is the fact that when they are unable to pay premiums due to financial challenges, the policies elapse and the full benefit falls off. We have introduced the no-lapse guarantee on our funeral plans. This ensures that you don't lose your full benefit during challenging financial moments. Prudential, always listening, always understanding.
Please stop writing, Yusuf, and present your answers. check something for you.
Here's innovation from Goyle that takes you further. New Goyle Super Synthetic 5W20 and 5W30 lubes have been expertly crafted with the latest in liquid engineering technology, highly advanced for modern engines, prolongs oil change intervals, save you fuel, clean, protect and enhance engine performance. The way engines work has become complex, and Goyle has innovated to stay ahead with expertly crafted lubricants that work excellently with all petrol and diesel engines of today. New Goyle Super Synthetic 5W20 and 5W30 lubes. Innovation that takes you further. Goyle. Good energy.
Contestants, please pick up your notepads and present your answers on the boards as you have them here. The contestants have presented their answers. Before I award the points, let's look at the suggested solution from the consultants. This is a problem in physics. So we have a hot water dispenser with a 600-watt heater in it, and the volume is 0.050 meter cubed. So cold water enters the reservoir near the bottom, and hot water flows out near the top. This is how it works. The reservoir is insulated and has a heat capacity. That's the material that the reservoir is made of, 0.90 kilojoule per Kelvin. And it's always full of water. The specific heat capacity of water is given is the usual value we know, 4.20 kilojoule per kilogram Kelvin. And the average density of water is given as 1,000 kilogram per meter cubed. First part, contestants were to find the time required to heat the water in the reservoir from an initial temperature of 20 degrees Celsius to a dispensing temperature of 40 degrees Celsius, assuming that the heat capacity of the heater is negligible. That means we are only going to consider the water and the reservoir itself. All right. In order to do any calculations, we need to know the mass of water. So let's start by calculating the mass of water. We know the density of water and we know the volume. We simply multiply those two to get the mass of water. So we have 1,000 kilogram per meter cubed multiplied by 5.0 times 10 to the negative 4 meter cubed. No. The volume was given as 0.050 meter cubed. So we multiplied that by the 1,000 to get 50.0 kilograms of water. If you're able to do this, I'll give you something small, but we are not even close to the end. So for a temperature change, delta T, the heat that is required is the sum of the heater to heat the water needed to heat, the sum of the heat needed to heat the water and the heat needed to heat the container. Oh, dear me. Yes. So we need the container, the heat for heating the container, the reservoir container, and then the heat needed for the water itself. You can set up an equation. Q is equal to the mass of water multiplied by the specific heat capacity of the water plus the heat capacity of the reservoir material container, and all of this multiplied by the change in temperature. This is a familiar equation, right? Okay. So we substitute our values. We'll get 50.0 kilogram multiplied by 4.2 times 10 to the power 3 joule per kilogram Kelvin plus 0.90 times 10 to the power negative 10 to the power 3 joule per Kelvin. And then we multiply all of this by the temperature change, which is 40 Celsius minus 20 Celsius. And that gives a value of 4.2 times 10 to the power 6 joules. If you get this far, I'm willing to give you 3 points. Now, but we are still not done because we're required to find the time it will take, right? So the time required is the ratio of the heat required to the power of the heater. So the heat we have calculated divided by the power which is given of the heater, which is given. So we take our 4.2 times 10 to the power 6 and divide it by the 600 watts. And this works out nicely to about 7.0 times 10 to the power 3 seconds. If you get this far, you get 2 more points. So for the A, 5 points at stake. The second part was to find the volume rate at which 40 degrees Celsius water can be continuously dispensed without a temperature reduction at the outlet if the inlet temperature is maintained at 20 degrees Celsius. All right. So let's let a volume dV of hot water be drawn from the reservoir. The mass that is withdrawn is dm, which is the density multiplied by this dV. This mass of hot water is replaced by an equal amount of water at 20 degrees Celsius. The time dt that is required to bring this amount of cold water to the temperature is dt, which is equal to dq over the power. This we can obtain by taking the specific heat capacity of the water multiplied by delta T, the change in temperature, divided by the power dm. So we set up our equation, and this is going to be equal to the specific heat capacity of the water times delta T, the change in temperature, over the power, multiplied by the density times that small volume that we have taken out. So the heater succeeds in heating the added cold water in time if the volume rate is dV dt, which is the power divided by the specific heat capacity of the water multiplied by the density multiplied by the change in temperature. Let's do our substitutions and see what happens. Our power we know to be 600 watts. We divide by specific heat capacity, so we are taking 4.2 times 10 to the power 3 joule per kilogram Kelvin multiplied by the density, which is 1,000 kilogram per meter cubed, multiplied by the change in temperature, which is 40 minus 20. And when we do all of this calculation, we will arrive at 7.1 times 10 to the power negative 6 meter cubed per second. Okay. So setting up the equation up to the point where we set up the equation, that is worth 2 points. And then if we arrive at the final answer, we have another 3 points, making a total of 10 points. Actually, there are other ways of doing this. So for example, you could take the original equation we had, which is the heat is equal to the mass multiplied by the specific heat capacity times the change in temperature. And then we differentiate this at constant delta T, and we will still arrive at the same thing. So many different ways of doing this successfully. All right. So this was the suggested solution from the consultants, the contestants. Let's start with New Juaben. New Juaben, I don't recognize anything at all you are doing. And so I am most unhappy to give you a 0. Armed forces. The only thing I recognize is the calculation of the mass of the water. So you have 50 kilograms of water. I'll give you 1 point for that, and that's the end of your success. 1 out of 10. Tamale, Ghana Senior High School, Tamale. You calculated for the mass. I will give 1 point for that, so you have that 1 point. Then you set up the equation. You know, the reservoir, the heat for the reservoir, and the heat for the water. That was worth another point. You were supposed to substitute and do the calculation. You substituted some values, and you were calculating frantically, but you never even arrived at a final answer. So for that part, we had 3 points at stake. You have the 2 out of the 3 points, and then nothing else. Nothing else. And so you have 2 out of 10. That's the end of the problem of the day and the end of round 3. You may pick up your notepads. Pick up your notepads, please. It needs to be stable. Before we begin the next round, we have a substitution to effect. New Juaben Senior High School would like to effect a substitution. We have to say goodbye to McCarthy. It's been a pleasure having you. And we have Webakoba coming in. You are welcome, Webakoba. Round 4. Round 4. In this round, I'm going to be presenting you with statements. When you receive a statement, please consider the statement very carefully and let me know whether it's true or false. If you are right, 2 points. If you are incorrect, you lose a precious point. You may choose not to respond, in which case that statement becomes available to the 2 other schools. A school may ring and attempt an answer. If it's right, 2 full points. If it's incorrect, there's that penalty. Best wishes to all 3 schools. I'm starting with you this time, Armed Forces. Your statement. The intermolecular forces in gaseous nitrogen is dipole-dipole. Oscar?
It's false.
You're right. New Juaben. The interunit forces in a piece of solid Na2CO3 are electrostatic or ionic. Yes, Webakoba?
It's true.
Yes. The intermolecular force in pure HF is dipole-dipole. Yes, Yusuf?
It's false.
You're right. Nucleic acids are never found in the cytoplasm of cells. Did they?
It's false.
Yes. Only some organelles within the cytoplasm, such as the mitochondria or chloroplasts, contain nucleic acids. Yes, Webakoba?
It's false.
Yes. All cells contain nucleic acids in their cytoplasm. Yes, Abdulaziz?
It's false.
No, that's a true statement. The matrix A is a 2 by 2 matrix with elements 2, 1, 2, 1. It has an inverse. Yes, Dede.
It's false.
You're right. The 2 by 2 matrix A with elements 2, 2, 1, negative 1 has an inverse. Wabakoba?
It's true.
Yes. The 2 by 2 matrix A with elements 1, negative 2, negative 1, 2 has an inverse. Yes, Abdulaziz?
It's false.
Yes. The product of the magnitude of angular acceleration and radial distance of a point from a rotation axis equals the magnitude of tangential acceleration at the point. Dede?
It's true.
Yes. The acceleration at a point on a rotating object equals the vector sum of the radial and tangential accelerations at the point. Wabakoba?
It's false.
No, that's a true statement. The angular acceleration of a rotating object is proportional to the square of the angular speed of the object. Yes, Yusuf?
It's true.
No, that's a false statement. Charles's law is about the variation of the volume of a given amount of a gas with temperature at constant pressure. Dede?
It's true.
Yes. When the pressure of a given mass of a gas at constant temperature is plotted against its volume, a straight line will be obtained. Webakoba?
It's false.
Yes. Avogadro's hypothesis states that at constant temperature and pressure, the volume of a gas is proportional to its amount. Yes, Yusuf?
It's true.
Yes. For this next set, I have a preamble to all schools. Preamble. State whether the following statements about xylem tissue are true or false. I hope you got your preamble. All right. So, armed forces. Xylem is made up of dead cells. Did they?
It's true.
Yes. Xylem transports substances bidirectionally. Webakoba?
False.
Yes. Xylem is not found in gymnosperms. Yes, Yusuf?
It's false.
Yes. Preamble to all schools. Assume X is a real number. That's the preamble. If sine of X is equal to 4, then cosine of x is equal to 1 over 4. Yes, Dede?
It's true.
Yes. If tangent of x is equal to 2, then cosine of x is equal to half. Wabakoba?
It's false.
Yes. If sine of x is equal to cosine of x, then x is equal to 0. Yusuf?
It's false.
Yes. Last set of statements. The angular magnification of a microscope is independent of the focal length of its eyepiece. Dede?
It's false.
Yes. The angular magnification of a microscope is inversely proportional to the focal length of its eyepiece. Wabakoba?
It's true.
Yes. Last statement. The angular magnification of a microscope is inversely proportional to the focal length of its objective. Yusuf?
It's false.
No, that's a true statement. And that's the end of the 4th round. At the end of the 4th round, New Juaben Senior High School has 22 points. Armed Forces Senior High Technical School has 28 points. Ghana Senior High School Tamale has 33 points. Fifth and final round. In this round, I'm asking you to solve riddles. I'll be reading out the clues. When you're ready to solve a riddle, you must ring for it. May I hear your bell, Armed Forces? Thank you. Yours, New Juaben. Thank you. And yours, Ghana Senior High School. Thank you. Please, when you ring, your answer must be ready. I will not wait for you to compose an answer at that time. If you solve the riddle on the first clue, 5 points. On the second clue, 4 points. On the third or any clue thereafter, 3 points. There are 4 riddles in all. Best wishes, everyone. First riddle. I am a named effect. I am indeed one of three closely related effects. We are associated with energy conversion. I am named for one Charles who discovered me. I am the effect employed in thermoelectric coolers. Yes, Dede.
The Seebeck effect.
That's incorrect. Who rang next? Yes. Go ahead.
The photoelectric effect.
Pardon?
Photoelectric effect.
No, that's not it. Did you ring? Who am I?
It is named after someone.
Which of you? Yusuf.
Compton effect. Compton effect.
No, it's not the Compton effect. Yes, now people, this is your chance. Yes. I want a serious answer. Nobody. Named after Charles, who discovered the what? Oh, how? The right answer is the Peltier effect. There are three of them. Seebeck is one of them. Now we have Peltier. All right. Next one. I am a polygon. The sum of my interior angles is 2 straight angles. Yes, which of you, please? Dede. Dede.
Quadrilateral.
No. Who rang next? Yes, Yusuf.
A rectangle.
Yes. Let me read out the rest of the clues. Let me read out the rest of the clues. That makes me a quadrilateral. I am equiangular but not equilateral. My diagonals bisect each other but are not perpendicular. Adjacent sides are perpendicular. Who am I? And of course, yes, it's a rectangle. They solved the riddle on the second clue, 4 points. Next one. I am among the most productive natural habitats in the world due to the presence of high levels of nutrients both in the water column and in sediment. I am an amazingly dynamic system where temperature, salinity, turbidity, depth, and flow all change daily in response to the tides. This dynamism makes me a highly productive habitat. Yes, Yusuf.
Aquatic habitat.
No, it's not. I continue. But also makes it difficult for many species to survive year-round. I form a transition zone between river environments. Yes, Webakoba.
Estuary.
You are right. I was reading the fourth clue, 3 points. Last one. I am an organic compound comprising the elements carbon, hydrogen, oxygen, and nitrogen. I may be classified as an acid derivative. When I am hydrolyzed in a base, I result in the formation of a 1-carbon compound and a 2-carbon anion. My 1-carbon product from hydrolysis contains a carbon-nitrogen covalent bond and no oxygen. My 2-carbon hydrolysate only needs a proton to become a neutral compound, while my nitrogen-containing compound is the first member of its homologous series. The oxygen-containing one is the second in its homologous series. So who am I? Which of you? Oscar.
Methanamide.
That's incorrect. Who was the next? Yes. Webakoba.
A protein.
No, it's not. Which of you? Yes, Yusuf?
Propanamide.
No, it is not. I dare not ask you. I dare not. The right answer is N-methyl ethanamide. And that's the end of the 5th round. At the end of the contest, here are the final scores. New Juaben Senior High School has 25 points. Armed Forces Senior High Technical School has 28 points. Ghana Senior High School Tamale has 37 points. New Juaben, thank you for being here. Unfortunately, we must say goodbye. Best wishes. Armed Forces Senior High Technical School, thank you for being here. Unfortunately, this is the end of the road. Best wishes to you. Ghana Senior High School Tamale. Congratulations on winning the contest. Prepare well, and I look forward to seeing you in the quarterfinals. Well done. Viewers, we've come to the end of another 1A stage contest. Before we leave, I would like to acknowledge our sponsors. The National Science and Math Quiz is sponsored by Ghana Education Service with support from GOIL, Prudential Life Insurance Ghana, GCB Bank, Vimto, Academic City College, Adansi Travels, Kenya Airways, Accra College of Medicine, Medifem Multi-Specialist Hospital and Fertility Center, GTP, FH Aachen University of Applied Sciences, and InterVarsity. Our media partners are Joy News, Joy FM, My Joy Online, and YFM. This is a prime time production. Thank you once again for joining us for this contest. Next time, we'll bring you another 1A stage contest, which will feature at Desadao College, Ganata Senior High School, and in Sutaman Senior High School. Thank you once again, and see you next time. Bye.
Here's innovation from Goyle that takes you further. New Goyle Super Synthetic 5W20 and 5W30 lubes have been expertly crafted with the latest in liquid engineering technology, highly advanced for modern engines, prolongs oil change intervals, save you fuel, clean, protect and enhance engine performance. The way engines work has become complex, and Goyle has innovated to stay ahead with expertly crafted lubricants that work excellently with all petrol and diesel engines of today. New Goyle Super Synthetic 5W20 and 5W30 lubes. Innovation that takes you further. Goyle. Good energy.
You're most welcome to a new era of banking at GCB Bank, where there are no long queues at the bank. Because you can enjoy swift access to your account anywhere, anytime with GCB e-banking solutions. Experience a world where you have financial convenience from a bank with integrity. A world where you can focus on your business and trust us to provide you with limitless business banking solutions that will take you to new heights. When you need a loan, sooner is better than later. So we give it to you in 24 hours to make sure the experience is memorable. Whatever you need, sir, we have an exceptional team of diverse professionals ready to serve you with a smile. Trust us with your money. We are bigger, better, safe, and ready to take you places beyond banking.
GCB Bank, your bank for life.
There's always that one individual so selfless and caring. The world still has caring people. Getting unexpected help is a joy for us. That's why at Prudential Life, we've introduced Ultimate, the no-lapse guarantee on your premier and classic farewell plans. The biggest challenge for most clients having a funeral policy is the fact that when they are unable to pay premiums due to financial challenges, the policies elapse and the full benefit falls off. We have introduced the no-lapse guarantee on our funeral plans. This ensures that you don't lose your full benefit during challenging financial moments. Prudential. Always listening, always understanding.